guys, this is Jason Brink. Many of you know me as Bitbender, and I am here with Eric Schiermeyer, the CEO of Gala Games. And we're
Known
here doing,
as.
also known as Benefactor. Yes, sorry, my bad. We're going to be doing a little bit of an impromptu AMA today, and I'm going to go post some links here in our Discord so that everybody can see it. We will be taking questions. What do you take questions in the Nodes channel? Let's take questions in the Nodes channel. What do you think, Eric?
Nose channel is fine.
Okay,
Let's do it.
awesome. So yeah, we'll be taking questions in the Nodes channel. You guys can reach us at galagames.chat. And then there's a little thing on the side that says Gala-Nodes. That's where we will be taking questions. Unfortunately, we can't keep track of all of the questions coming from everywhere all at once, so we kind of got to centralize it and push it through Discord. So give me just a second as I push this announcement out. What do you think of my background, Eric?
Loving your background, actually.
Would you like to tell anyone what that is? People
Well,
might be
that's gonna be.
curious.
We don't have a name yet, do we?
No, we do not
And
have
it's
a name
currently
for it
called
yet.
Project X.
Project X. Maybe I should like hide, get out of the way more. Hey, there's a space station. Check that out.
Oh yeah, the coolest part of it.
I am a big fan of space stations. Okay. Impromptu to AMA, everyone. Join us in hashtag Gala Nodes. Streaming on, and then a massive list of places we're streaming. Every time I do this, it gets a little bit cooler and a little bit better. Send now. Publish. Okay, everyone can see this, everyone can hear it. I know it's going to be a little tiny bit quiet, but I haven't got my new or no, not tweet, my new streaming deck and things like that that will allow me to better control the audio. So yeah, that's this is where we are, and this AMA is gonna last for about 30 minutes, I'm gonna guess. So anyway, what do we got? What questions do people have? We are here to answer the questions of the people about our beautiful network that we are all building together.
I mean, I think the question that everyone wants to know the answer to is who's going to win the Civ game that we're currently playing.
No, I don't think anyone is interested in that question. Nobody cares about Civ at all. Civ is a dumb game. I don't know why anyone would ever want to play it. It's terrible. That's all I
Exactly.
have to say about that.
Blasphemy.
One of these days, you and I are going to play a game, and I'm actually going to get a good starting position, like the one I'm playing with my brother right now,
We're
and
getting a lot of echo.
a lot of echo. I unfortunately can't increase his volume anymore.
That's interesting. You can't hear me.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that shouldn't be doing it. Where are we getting echo from? Shouldn't be getting echo from there. Interesting.
Oh, some people are saying they're not hearing echo. Can anyone hear me? Oh, some people say it sounds fine.
Okay, cool. No echo then. I'm not going to worry about chasing it down then. Uh, let's see. We had a couple questions up here that people were asking. Seneca had a question. Where did Seneca's question go? I really like Seneca, by the way. Seneca is one of my favorite Stoic philosophers.
I
Ooh,
saw that too in the Discord, but I don't think it was in the node chat.
Okay, so PKM Turner Psy. I'm gonna go with that. Wanted to ask if there was a limit on the Gala token itself. Yes, the limit is 50 billion Gala, and
Oh,
that's
we got
hard coded in there.
Vent 1020's got a question. Hey, I'm keeping my mic a little bit closer to my mouth, and let me know if you guys hear that a little bit better.
Sh- should work.
So, Eric, how do you feel about where Gala Games is right now compared to where you thought it would be at this time? Well, that's a really interesting question.
That is.
I really didn't have much of a thought of where we would be come April 1st, 2021. Um, oh, that's April Fool's tomorrow. Huh. That's interesting.
In 2 days. In 2 days. Tomorrow's the 31st.
Oh, okay. 2 days. I got 2 days to think of something. Okay, that's good. I was getting a little worried there. I I think we're in a really amazing place. Um, honestly, if Dapper Labs hadn't gone out and blabbed uh, about what was going on, I would still be really pleased about where we were. I think that it was kind of a secret until they announced it to the world. Um, and but now that everybody knows how amazing this space is, I think that it's ultimately a good thing. I think we are in one of the best positions in this space right now. And I mean, some of the conversations that we're having are actually truly epic. I'm talking to people that are like personal heroes in the gaming space, and just in like as cultural icons. Um, I mean, gosh, I could mention some of these names right now.
I know, right? I know. I so want. I wish I could too.
On a
I'm loving.
serious
I'm.
like
Yeah.
nerd level, it's like such nerd cred to be able to talk to some of these people. But I'm just yeah, I would say I am absolutely pretty happy. I would say overall. You know, as an entrepreneur though, seriously, it's like I'm almost never happy with where I'm at when it comes to starting businesses.
Trust me, he's never happy with where we're at, ever.
Could always do
Always do better. Always do better. Show me the data. Where's the data? I need numbers.
do. I need those numbers, and they always need to. What do we got?
Let's
I feel like
see.
we answered that pretty good.
I think so too. I think so too. I'm very like I'm so happy with the way that things are going in general. I just can't wait to see where we're going to be, in the future, just as a group. I mean, every day we move forward, everything becomes more and more decentralized. I love seeing where this is going and seeing power in the hands of players. That means so much to me, and I can't wait to see where it goes, over the next year.
Players and creators, right? Because
Oh, for sure.
it's not it's not just the players now.
Right.
It's the iconic artists. It's the I mean, there's like I think the cool thing is like you and I know what we're working on.
Yes, we do.
We can't always talk about it, but man, if we could, I think it would be pretty epic if we if and I don't know. I mean, like, should we talk about it?
We can't. We
We
can't.
can't.
We can't. We can't.
God, I want to though.
I know you do. We can't. Shh. I will mute you. I have control of the Zoom over here. I will mute you.
Some of these conversations aren't under NDA, though, technically speaking.
They're under
Yeah,
friend. If they're under
I,
friendier.
I know. I'm not gonna do it. I want to though.
um. Uh. Yeah.
Well, Cyber Manning asks when more D&D sessions. He misspelled when though,
Yeah.
but I'll answer the question anyway. Um, I okay. So we love D&D so much that we've instituted a new policy. Like any high level employee who's coming into work at Gala Games has to pass the D&D test first. So D&D is becoming like an integral part of our game company, and so when D&D all the time, basically.
Yeah, yeah, we have D&D all the time now. We were every weekend we're having D&D right now actually, but we decided that we needed to kind of be able to take a little bit of a break, um, so that we could have fun and have not have it be a broadcast thing. Now we are going to be inviting members of the community in to kind of join in for a session as a sort of temporary character, so you get to kind of like be in our game, but it's going to be like a super special invite only thing, and it won't be streamed everywhere. Um, Question from Twitch from Martino 2020. When do you think the nodes will all be gone? Well, I hope the nodes always exist. I don't ever want the nodes themselves to disappear. That's kind of sort of very important. As far as when do I think the licenses will be gone, I have no idea. That's nobody knows a question like that.
Yeah, but you know what you want them when you want them to be gone, though. I mean, you've said
Yeah,
this before.
yes, I have. I have.
You have
Um,
a
I
personal
have
goal.
a personal goal, but I don't know that the personal goal is relevant here.
All right.
Um, okay, so here we go. This is a pretty good question. Um, the question: new node owner as of today and super hyped for the project and platform. Awesome. Prime Gaming's Luke, I think. Uh, Gaming's Lou CK, maybe? Okay, I don't know. Anyway, congratulations on your new node. That's awesome. Question I have is around the plans for rewarding nodes based on resources contributed, whether network, disk, or hashing power. So the in the long term, the way that we hope to see the network evolve is we would like to have the network itself actually adjust the rewards algorithmically based on what the network itself requires. So if it gets to a situation where an additional amount of computing power is required, then it will put more emphasis on that. If more storage is required, it will put more emphasis on that. In a sort of triple pointed seesaw sort of algorithm.
And it's going to vary by location too. So
Yes.
some locations are going to have different needs than others, and some
Right.
games are going to have different needs than others.
Right. Right.
And and in its fullest expression, as a node owner, you might end up um, calibrating your um, your rig to the games that you really want to support. So let's say there's a really CPU processor intensive game that's like doing some sort of pre-processing for some kind of like simulation or something like that, and you're just a super fan for that game, then you might have a computer setup that's designed for that. But
Right.
I think our guiding light here for what we're going to propose to the network, at least what we think is going to be right, is that it should be based off of things that the network actually needs, and none
Right.
of this proof of waste stuff. Nothing,
Mm,
nothing wasteful, only useful. We could even call it proof of utility.
I like that. I like this question from Putty. Everyone is eagerly awaiting Mirandus. Are you feeling any project timeline stress? Do you expect to have crunch time as projects near completion to satisfy gamers' time frame? My personal feeling on this is that we will not do things that sacrifice the quality of what we're creating to meet an arbitrary deadline. We hope to have an alpha, a playable alpha for certain groups within the community this year. This is something that we hope to be able to hit. I think that we're currently on target to hit. But if it gets to the point where we have to push it back a little bit, then we'll do that.
And
That's
my opinion is similar but slightly different. So I don't believe in crunch time. I think that's a toxic uh, sort of element of the existing games industry. But I do believe in keeping promises. So if we say something's going to happen, I really want us all to make that happen. And I mean that's part of my kind of entrepreneurial
mm,
playbook. So I'm not laissez-faire about things like promises at all. And, and I will hold people accountable to things that they say that they're going to do. Now, I
He
also
will.
believe in quality. So, Michael said it's going to have an alpha by the end of the year, and I'm gonna hold him to it. So,
Win shop update. I actually pushed. There should be pricing updates in the shop. Today, I gave those to the guy whose job it is to keep those things updated, to bring it all in sync with the algorithm that I posted in the announcement channel last week. Hopefully that's happened. If it hasn't happened yet, it will happen shortly. And there will also be things this. Yeah, I know JT42. I know Eric is low. That's my problem on the streaming side.
it must be prioritizing your mic or something.
No, it's just the whole OBS setup in general. It's crummy, but that will be something that will be fixed soon. I actually have a big gigantic deck with sliders. There's going to be sliders for volume. It's going to be super fancy. Um,
I could
with
just like make things and make people think that I'm talking, but they can't hear.
all the secrets. That's how you tell all the secrets.
Yeah, we're really talking to a very famous person. His name is.
Exactly. Exactly. Question from Theta. So, with the US having a lot of nodes, the node owners in the US could possibly get less rewards, or am I misunderstanding it? So, this is a very good question. And this is, hey, Stormin61, why aren't you in Discord? You're usually in Discord. Why are you in Theta? I mean, no, nothing against Theta, obviously, but normally you would be here saying this directly. And Oldsman Smithers, um, both of those questions are connected. Um, Ultimately, we would like to be able to surface where nodes are needed most. Okay, so that if you have a large player base in a specific area, you know that it's a good place to go set up a node so that you can support those players. Um, the calculation of the for the distributed content delivery network, that will be something that will come into effect later, but will only be part of calculating the total points earned by a node. For ill-minded Marcus, any ETA when fortified will be playable. We're hoping to have something playable by the end of the year as well for that.
Will
Let's
there be
see.
any off ramp from in-game currencies as Gala token? That's an easy one. Yes, yes, there will. So the Gala token is meant to be this way of bridging all of the games, and so that if you want to move from fortified over to Town Star, you would convert your fortified coins into Gala, and then your Gala back into Town Star coins.
Um, we're being told not to skip over questions. Oh, the Miranda's questions. Um, okay, that first one was just answered. The second one, in terms of land placement, that is not a question for us specifically. That's a game design question for Michael McCarthy.
Same with the raids and dungeons and class rolls and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
anything that we can't answer here, we will usually just skip over because we have a limited amount of time. We're not trying to ignore questions, we just have to sort of limit them. The price of the physical NFT Mal should be the same as the last. Can we talk more about the Gala pack announcement? Absolutely. So I've been talking to David over at Pack, and we're both supporters of these different projects, and we thought it would be really nice for us to be able to mutually support one another's network and to advance decentralization. So what we did is we set up we set up a couple pack nodes. They've set up a couple Gala nodes, and we're basically helping each other run a more decentralized network and communicating and cooperating with ways that we can make the network stronger, working together. Uh, so, has it been announced if Miranda's deeds will get larger to accommodate the new shops and stands? Um, all of that was essentially accounted for, but that doesn't. Um, that does not mean that there isn't the possibility that they may grow in the future. That's a game design question for McCarthy. And obviously, we would never, ever, 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 ever post a Facebook post asking for people to send BTC to an account. Thank you for deleting them, Carrie. You are a champ. Yeah.
Well, Old Man Smithers, we could always announce like a half off sale and then just quadruple the price this week. That would probably satisfy that.
We can do that for you, Old Man Smithers. Let's see. What can we give him to complain about? I actually, we joke about that, but I really appreciate community members like Old Man Smithers because he does a really great job doing deep dives into things, and that's massively, massively important because it helps, you know, keep us, as a community moving in a good direction. Um, let's see here.
There's the Townstar failure. Yeah,
Oh
it was a
yes.
huge failure. Huge. The guys are still trying to figure it out, but there was some data loss. I talked to Adam earlier today, and it looks like it's going to have to be a full reset. And they still don't totally know what caused the issue,
Mm.
but it's unrecoverable. And they're going to have to do like a blitz tournament this the rest of the week, or they're going to think of something fun. But more importantly, they're going to try to figure out what did they do to cause the data problem.
Okay, so I have some questions. This is a great question from Nephilim Haas. Um, so basically, the question is, what was the scoop on the 50,000 trees? How was that funded? We funded it. We paid for it out of pocket. That's what we do in this specific case. How was that decision approached and decided upon? This is, we believe that it is important for us to be carbon negative. So we went ahead and made the decision to do that. Um, so let's see here. They actually have
I
a
think
link.
the part of that is like things are not quite as on fire, and so we have time to think about things other than taking care of all the like details, and we can devote some time that maybe isn't directly related to the project. So you know, we all really care about the environment and want to make sure that we're doing our part, and so that's part of what that came up.
Okay, I'm actually looking. He has a very interesting post in the Gala Gold chat, which I missed because I haven't been.
Oh, here's
Uh,
one. I want to
yeah,
address this one.
go for it.
Any word on Gala Coin getting listed on more exchanges? So I like to be super clear about this, guys. What's the We already are listed on exchanges, so like, why do we need to be listed on more? Um, we're not about speculation. We're not about trying to moon Gala. We're about trying to build something for the long run. And the reason why we even have a token at all is because we didn't want to have to rely on the credit card processing companies. We didn't obviously want to rely on Apple and Google. And the whole point of this is that we are creating freedom and the ability to actually own your stuff.
Yeah.
And so, in order to get game companies to be involved in this, they need to be able to get liquid somehow. It doesn't need to be this massive thing, and um, some of the exchanges that we're on now, we had nothing to do with. It just happened by one of the players
Mm-hmm.
setting it up, And then we ended up getting on the exchanges we're on today because in order to get Simplex to work, we needed to do that. And so now that we're not using Simplex right now, it's, we don't, it's not a
Right.
huge priority for us. We're about making games. We're not we're not about like being a fake game company that's really just trying to moon their token so that they can go rug pull or something. You know what I
Right.
mean?
I
I
think
think
it's
that's the thing that
also
people don't understand about us.
I think it's also really important to note that Gala isn't our token. It's not Gala Games token. It's the entire Gala community's token. It doesn't belong to anyone. Once it's out there, the smart contract set up, it does its thing. People do their thing with it, and when you get it, it's yours. You do what you want with it. We can't stop you. We can't make you do something else. We can't take it back from you, and that's really important.
And I say this over and over again, don't buy the token because you think it's a good investment. It's not an investment. We don't think of it in that way. We're not going to act in a way that protects that or that ensures that. Um, I think people need to be very clear about that.
Very.
That this is a utility token that's meant to work inside our ecosystem.
We actually, so question from MG22 Skidoo. Any update on the Flare network integration so gas fees will be manageable? There's a couple different integrations actually that we're coming up on here. First is Flare. The second that we're also working on is Binance Smart Chain. And the third that we're working on is Polygon slash Matic. We're also going to be integrating others in the future as well. Basically, anything that's EVM compatible, we want to be able to build in, so that players truly have choice about where they keep their NFTs.
Somebody asked here when tokenized nodes. So look, there's a lot of issues around that, and we've said before we're not going to do that until they all sell out. Um, but I think you need to be aware and ready for the sort of legal facts and requirements around when that
Mm,
happens. We're going to need to KYC you. There's going to be some, legal things that we need to check off when we go ahead and do that. And like for example, if you happen to be from Iran or North Korea or um, I think a handful of other places around the world, we probably won't be handing you an NFT in that case. So there's some issues that we have to navigate around that. Uh, we're focused on is about building out the network so that we can be truly decentralized.
Truck Tonka. Are you saying that Gala Coin is not introduced by Gala Games? We did put together the smart contract, but this is why we put it out there on Ethereum. So yeah, I guess that answers your question because the rest of it doesn't apply then. Um, Walta's 89. Yes, absolutely. Send me a message. Bitbender in the. Oh, actually, I'm showing is offline right now. 1 second. In the upper right hand corner, send me a DM. We'll talk. Okay, let's see here. Is there any other things that you'd like to talk about, Eric? I think we're creeping up on our half hour time limit here before our next thing we got to go do.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
just reiterate that look, don't buy a node or don't buy our tokens if you think that you're doing this because you you think this is a great investment. Um, we take it very seriously,
mm-hmm.
and if we learn something, so like be prepared for this, guys. If we learn something from the SEC or from some other regulatory body that requires us to make a change in order to be in better compliance, we are going to make that change.
Yeah,
And um, you know, we have not one time promised you anything about what's going to happen uh, with the price of something or anything like that. And I think I've repeatedly said over and over and over again, we we care only about the games, and if we have to act against the price of our coin, we're going to do that without even hesitating. Um, and so, you know, just be aware of that, guys. I don't want you guys to be surprised if we do something that you don't like. Um, that's one of the reasons why we have a refund program and all that stuff.
Yeah. Quick, I'll answer another quick question here. My final question for now: what can I do to help Gala as much as possible? So there's a lot that you can do. There's a lot that you can do that would be helpful to the entire ecosystem. There's actually an article on our Medium, if you go back a couple months, that, I think it's 10 different ways that you can help out the Gala ecosystem. That would be something. Look at that. Invite friends to play. Get people involved in playing the games. Tell your friends about what we're working on. Help promote us on social media. Write articles. Make videos. There's so much that you can do out there, and ultimately, it's the entire community that drives projects like this forward. Um, so that's massively, massively, massively important. So anyway, I think that's about time. What do you think, Eric?
That
Oh,
sounds right.
awesome! Thanks, Emil Jimenez. I appreciate that.
Thanks,
Perfect.
everyone. I think the final word that I'll say is I just appreciate all of you that are supporting us.
Yes, thank you.
In particular, the node owners. You guys, we really appreciate you. We try to prioritize you, and we're going to keep working on decentralizing everything and get more games in here.
We shall indeed. Okay, I'm gonna hit the little play out thing, and give me just a minute, and we'll go from there.